Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, and today I want to talk about the keys to this game. So be sure to subscribe so you can catch all my content. But the first key is that we have to cause turnovers in this game. This Bengals-Steelers rivalry has been one in which the last two meetings that we've had, we haven't really had too many turnovers, right? Because when Reggie Nelson was there, we were able to get turnovers. They were key to us winning the games. A lot of games were won because of turnovers. So this game, if Big Ben gives it to you, we have to hold on to it. Jesse Bates, I'm looking for a big game from you. Next, Tyler Boyd. If John Ross can't go, especially with him being questionable, Tyler Boyd is going to be key in this game across from A.J. Green, because we already know A.J. is going to get his. But with Tyler Eifert gone, with some of these other iffy options in the pass game, we definitely need Tyler Boyd to have a big game, and I think that he will, especially with him being from Pittsburgh. He had some pretty big comments earlier this week about the matchup, and I think Tyler Boyd is definitely a key to this game. On the flip side, the Bengals corners have to try to contain the Steelers wide receivers. Juju Smith-Schuster is having a hell of a year this year. AB is having a shaky year. This can't be the game where they allow them to run wild on our secondary. So keeping those two players in check is definitely key. I'm not saying that these guys aren't going to score, because in this new NFL era, it's really hard to limit teams from putting up points, especially offenses. You talk about how the rules kind of favor a lot of the offenses. They don't really favor the defenses. I'm not saying that you have to stop these guys from scoring, but you have to contain them. The next key, on the offensive line, Cordy Glenn has to step it up and Bobby Hart have to both step it up, because this Pittsburgh pass rush is good. Even though the defense isn't, the defense isn't great, their pass rush is pretty good with T.J. Watt and with T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree. They have to keep those guys out of the backfield. After that, you're looking at another key being that Vontaze Burfict has to play with his head on straight. I know he's going to be emotional. I know he wants to get revenge on Juju, but it has to be done in a fashion that's within the rules, because these referees will be targeting him and waiting for any particular move that he makes to throw him out of this game, and we can't afford to lose him. I know that Tez is a smart player and he can do his thing within the confines of this game. The last key is that we're going to have to limit John Connor. John Connor is having a great year. If you look at all of the games that Pittsburgh has won, it's only 2 of them. But in those games, John Connor was a focal point, and the Bengals have to shut him down. He's a good guy that can pass out, that can catch out of the backfield, and can also run. So in order to stop Pittsburgh, they're going to have to limit him. More than likely, he's going to be an option in the pass game, and the Bengals linebackers will have to be on him. And that's why I said it's so important for Tez to keep his head on straight, because if this linebacker core loses Tez and the ability to cover these guys, they could be in for a long day on defense. So again, I think if these are done, these steps are taken, and these keys are put to the forefront, I think that the Bengals can easily win this game. But this will be a hard-fought game for them to come out with and win. And this is a huge win for us if we can get this, especially towards the mental psyche of this team. But as usual, I will leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday. Let's go.